Hi everyone, I'm in the kitchen. I'm going to be doing a video on how my technique of the eco printing, and this is in the middle of the winter. Well, it's December, it's winter, there's snow on the ground. I did this just for fun the other day and I've had some requests, so I thought we've had a little bit of melting so I can see a few things on the ground, and I'm going to share how I do it. I only have 5 tea bags in there, which is, I think that's all I had in the last batch. So I'm going to be boiling this. The other thing I am going to be putting in are some of these chaga chunks. Somebody had given this to me a long time ago. I've never had it, so I'm just going to put it in the batch, and I'll bring this to a boil. And in the meantime, I'll get my packet ready and I'll share how I do that. I'm holding my camera with one hand. I don't have a proper tripod, so this is my very raw attempt at filming a DIY in the kitchen. So I have, these are 2 of the pages that I took out of the old, it's an actual gardening encyclopedia, landscaping that my mom and dad had. And so I took out 2, well, they're 4 pages, but they're 2 little signatures. I'm going to use that. I have one of the pages. This is the glossy page from the front gardening book that I've been using since I started junk journaling. I'll use that because it has a very plain side. I'm also going to be using, this is the sketch pad that I got at the thrift store. It was from the, looks like Family Dollar, but I got it at the thrift store. So I'm going to take out a few of these pages. I'll just share with you and then I'll do that. Then this is another pad that I got at the thrift store. Watercolor pad. It is 140 pound. The sketch pad does not tell me how heavy or the weight of the paper, but I'm going to use a couple of these, and here's my foraging, my goodies that I got from the garden, from the yard. I kind of dug through the snow a little bit in a few cases. Here's a couple of leaves. There's some pine boughs. I do have some boxwood, which is another plant that I had in my first batch, and it really turned out pretty. I thought I'd, chop a couple of these off and see if it does anything. This is some fleabane that was in our rocks, and I have some raspberry right here, some grass. Oh, I did find some more fern, although look at this one. You can tell it's going to sleep. Oh yes, and I do have some more of the eucalyptus. Doesn't matter which way you go either. A fern. Maybe this is a very battered leaf, but it doesn't matter. My hydrangeas, I'll just put the random stick in here. That'll be enough for that page. Squish it down, and then let's put the boxwood on top. Watercolor paper. One of these, or 2 of these. That's pretty there, like that. And let's put this one with it. Oh, this is the mint. It's still popping up from the snow. I'll put that in there. And then I'll take some of these leaves. This is the trivet that I used, the weight, so I'll just use that on eucalyptus in here. And you know what, I will keep the stick, I'll put that in there too. Now this is going to be interesting because I have some of the same plants that are different at different levels of dryness. And so it'll be interesting to see how this turns out. Now this is a piece of the sketch paper. Mix it up a little bit. This is going to go this way. Boxwood. Some more boxwood. I'm going to take some raspberry. That'll be on the next page. Let's keep the boxwood. I have some of this grass here too. Imagine what it would be like if you had some flowers from the store. And that's what I was thinking of. I'd like to, you could buy the cheap ones that are, you know, half off or 75% off, because all you want to do with them is have them for making a packet. Put that whole thing on. No, I'll keep some for, I have to remember I have other pages there, so I'll keep this like that. And how about some more fern? Let's do the fern with this one. I didn't fold it yet, so I'll have to do that. Now this page in here, I'll put something so that it's showing up on that side. Leaf. And just build it up as high as you want, as big as your pot is. This has to fit in the pot. And I think what I'll do, oh, I have to do the inside. Let's do that. This down here. Okay, let's do some pine. Oh, that smells good. I do have some marigold seeds. There's some orange left. It's hard to tell. And I think just by boiling it, it could reveal some kind of fun eco-inking. I have a little bit of vetch, purple cow vetch. Just have to put something down to hold this. Leaf. Another one of the same pages. Just trying to make it flat so there's an imprint. That's a big one. Oh, that's prickly. Ow. Watercolor paper. Let me put this in here. Here's that piece of metal that I had in my other, this is what we found on the road when we went for a walk. I'm going to put this in here. And I'm going to try and flatten it a little bit. Just do some more raspberry. This is tall grass, not like that little clump I had in the first one. Oh, I have a little bit of creeping thyme. I managed to pull out a little piece of that. Boxwood. Well, I think that's it for that one. And so what I'll do is I will use these pages as my wraparound. This is the fabric that I used. Oh, and I found another piece of denim. I'm going to put this in there too because why not? It's blue. We'll see if it gives anything. Just for fun. I'm going to take off the weight, trivet. Put my packet here. Like that. Actually, I'm gonna wrap it like this. Up. Now I probably should have put this underneath my string. Just some twine from the dollar store. I'm just gonna wrap it like a little package. Just like a parcel. This is where I go pretty tight. Try to go pretty tight. I'm gonna take a quick look for a safety pin. I have this little one. It'll probably boil right off, who knows, we'll see. Pull it tight, but not to rip the paper. I'm gonna transfer this into the boiling tea. There's the chaga, it's tea. Chaga mushrooms. I want to make sure it's submersed. We have action. I'm using a weight, 5 pounds. That was handy. And that's all underneath. I'm going to put it to a simmer for 1 hour. It's boiled, and I am putting some cold water on here. And there were some residual things that were around the pot. I didn't clean the pot before I put the water in and got it all boiling, so there's always things. I use this for different staining and dyeing, so who knows what's going to be on here. Okay. Because you want to rinse everything. See what it reveals. I hope it's stained. I hope it's stained. There's the package. Plant matter, that's going to go in the, it's going to go back into the the compost. We're not going to be able to see anything right now because it's wet. I have to turn this on to rinse it. Cold water. This is the sketch paper. I'm just transferring this over to my eyelid has, you can put towels. I have a drop cloth that I use for this. Oh, look at this one. It's always different. Just trying to pick it up so I don't rip it. Oh yeah, okay. There is the dried little hydrangea. These little things here got squished, but I don't, oh, there's a little color transfer there. Let's rinse this. The eucalyptus. And then we'll see the reveal once everything is dry. The quick overview of the pages as they dry. I'll share the reveal when they're all flat and dry. I'm back the next day and I have given these papers a little bit of a press. They actually flattened out pretty good overnight. I'm going to start with the book pages, and the questions that I was asked was what kind of paper. So this paper here, this particular I only have one of these pages, and it is from a gardening book. So a hardcover book, and it has glossy pages. And you can see here, I don't know if you can see, but there's definitely some color that it picked up. And then on this side also, I can see one of the eucalyptus leaves, so you can see where it was creased. There's some more. So that was the only page of this type of book. And I've been using this book throughout my journaling adventures. These pages are all from the same book, and they are from my mom and dad's Reader's Digest. It was an outdoor landscaping book. They're thicker pages. That's why I use these. So I didn't want them to disintegrate in the water. So I did not use any regular copy paper. And you can see here, here's some yellow. There's a really good outline of a leaf. And I just wanted to use these pages up because they're going to be fun as a base for any kind of ephemera that you might want to use. Any kind of collaging, even just as a journaling page. So this one here, you can see it tore. That's okay, a little window. And I wasn't sure if the color would run, but it doesn't look like it did. So that was really fun. Maybe back then they just used a different kind of ink. I don't know. And then here's this one here. So I just wanted to try different kinds of pages. These pages here, wait a minute, I'm going to flip it over. This is the sketchbook that I got. So these were from my mom and dad. These are from the thrift store. So I didn't pay any money for these books at all. But even if you did, you could still buy them pretty cheaply at the dollar store even. This is the sketchbook that does not have the weight on it. I looked everywhere on the pad and it doesn't have the weight. So this is, and I believe, I know I put some marigold seed, the flower that had expired, so I think they're on here. This could be, no, that's a leaf. Anyway, I'm trying to figure that one out, where the marigolds are. And it could be in here because there's lots of yellow. They still had some orange to them, the seed pods. This one tore a little bit. That's okay. I think that's marigold there. This is the pine bough. Really fun. So this is the watercolor paper, which I find really absorbs the color the best. And it also could have been the paper that was at the bottom of the pan. I don't really know. But I love the colors. And I'm going to do a little comparison. This is my pile from the very first one that I did. And I'm just going to move this over. This is the first one. This is the second one. Different combinations of plant life in here. This is the boxwood. The other thing that I didn't do in this particular tutorial is I did not add any coffee. I didn't have any coffee that was ready, that was brewed, and I don't have any instant coffee. In the first one that I did, I had some in my pot left over from the morning, and I put that into the batch or the bath too. So that could be a difference of coloring. But I love that. You can see the leaves. And the black here, I think that's the point of contact from the metal that I had in there, the piece of metal. Look at that leaf. That's really pretty. I love these. There's the boxwood. Here's the marigolds, the orange. There's that one. It looks almost velvety, if you could feel it. But I know watercolor paper is this one is 140 pound. And this was found at not the dollar store, the thrift store. So that was the second batch. And just for comparison, this one had the coffee in it. You can see just a little bit of a difference here. The other thing that I think made a difference was the first ferns that I put in the first batch were very green. And this is the second. I love it very much. I hope you give it a try. It's a bit of a setup, but it's fun. And I think what I want to do is I want to experiment with a few different things. So I have some metal in here, which I love the way the rusty metal turns black. I also love the eucalyptus, really gives it that extra something in there. So I love that. And I have lots of eucalyptus here that needs to be replaced, so I think I'll use that. And then even the leaf that was flying around our yard, after it's been off the tree for a month or two, in the snow and everything, and it still gave a really cool effect in here. The pine, it's all great. So the next time, I think what I'll do is I'll add some food coloring or just some paint or something. I don't know, something fun, something different. See if it deposits in different places. Thanks, everyone. I hope that you will give it a try. You can do a thin batch. You can do a big batch. You can add fabric. Really, there's no limit. Thanks very much. Stay adventurous and be cozy. I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.